Have you ever felt that you were killing it as a parent, like really, really knocking it out, only to find out that you might have broken a little heart without even realizing it? Today, we're talking about those sneaky little parenting moments where our kids can feel rejected and we didn't even notice. Stick around till the end because I have a story about my youngest that started with a pair of headphones and ended with a big lesson for me. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lisa. Here we discuss parenting tips, long distance challenges, gratitude, faith, family, and love. Parenting does not come with a manual, even though we wish it did, right? We're just doing a lot of trial, error, and maybe some Googling at 2 a.m. We're juggling work, bills, sibling squabbles, and sometimes we make choices that we feel are harmless, but they end up hitting our kids harder than we expect. You see, our kids don't just hear what we say, they're also watching what we do. As the saying goes, action speaks louder than words. Kids are like emotional detectives. A seemingly small thing, like skipping their turn or forgetting to include them in a treat, can translate to them as I'm not as important. Of course, we do not mean it like that, but their world is smaller and little things to them can seem huge. This is called perceived rejection, and it can stick to their memories more than we realize. Maybe you hug one child first and the other one asks, "What about me?" Or you're super excited about a project with one child, and then when it's time to look at the other child's project, you're too tired. Or, as in my case, in the story which I will share with you later on in this video, so keep watching. As in my case, where I purchased gifts for two kids and thought that the third child didn't need a gift, so I didn't get him anything. So I will share that with you later on in this video. Now, there are a few steps that we can take as parents to avoid our children feeling rejected. Step 1, pause before you act. Ask yourself, how might this affect each child? Step 2, use your words. We always encourage our kids to use their words. So as parents, we also must use our words. Explain to our children why they're not being included. A simple explanation goes a long way. It will help them to feel valued. The third step is balancing your time and affection. Even a small gesture goes a long way. A simple high five or "I'm proud of you" will help the child to feel good. All right, speak good words over your children. The fourth thing is to let your kids share their feelings. Right? Sometimes they may say, "That's not fair." Don't shut them down. Hear them out. Listen to them and create a platform for them to express their emotions. Help them share what they're feeling and validate it. So now here's the part where I share the story with you about my experience having bought two headphones for my older kids, and I didn't purchase one for the youngest. So a few years ago, right after I migrated, they were still in the middle of combined learning. So they were doing in-person schooling and online schooling. So at the time, the youngest, he was just 4 years old, and then the older ones, they were better able to, they were better able to manage themselves with the online school. So I thought, let me get them headphones to help to, control their environment. So each person don't have to have their devices on speaker and they're in the same room or whatever. So I got them headphones, the older ones. And my thing for not getting the younger one, I'm thinking he's too young, he's going to turn up the volume too high, and then that might damage his hearing. So I didn't want to get him a earphone. a headphone at such an early age, so I didn't bother to get him one. So the day when the package arrived, everyone was opening their gifts, and I just didn't think about it. Only to hear the little man, because I was on video call watching them opening the package. Only to hear the little guy in the background. What about mine? Oh my goodness, my heart sank. I felt so bad, so guilty. Like, why did I not think of getting him something else? But I just thought that, listen, he's too young to be using headphones. He's going to turn up the volume, because even when he's watching on the device or the television, the volume is so high. They play these devices at such a high volume. So I'm like, I'm not going to get him headphones where he's going to have full control of that. And I'm not hearing it, or the person taking care of him would not be able to assess how high the volume is on the headphones. So that's my reason for not getting him a headphone. But when he said that, I felt so bad, but it taught me a lesson. Ever since that day, if I was gonna get one child something, I would not leave out the other two. Or if it was a special occasion like a birthday or something, I would explain to the other two that, listen, this is his birthday, so he's gonna get this special gift, or this is her birthday, so she's gonna get this special gift. So that's how I learned my lesson of not getting one child something and leaving out the other, because they will look into it and they will feel left out. It will hurt them. So what I did, I explained to him thoroughly that, listen, you're too young to get a headphone. That is the reason I didn't get you one, but I'll get you a toy. I'll get you something else to replace it. And he accepted my apology and my explanation. But man, I felt so bad, and I have learned my lesson ever since that day. So I'm just sharing my experience with you guys so you could see where kids, even though they are young, we sometimes perceive them as, they don't understand this or they don't understand that. But listen, man, spend the time and explain to your kids as young as they are. Break down the term, get down to their levels. In simple terms, explain to them. Don't leave that emotion hanging and have them feeling left out. Don't just say, oh, you're too spoiled, or oh, the older ones, you're too young. Give them detailed explanation of your reason why they deserve it, and they can understand. It will help to heal their little hearts. All right? So the next time you're juggling parenting decisions, remember, it's not about perfection. It's about presence. Our children won't remember every toy or treat, but they will remember the moments that they felt valued. Have you had a moment like this where you accidentally left a child out? If so, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if this video made you smile or think, hit like, subscribe, and let's keep sharing as parents. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Life In with Lisa.